Hi, Tom J here again for King of Craft Beer Reviews. We have a new installment for today. Today we have a beer made by Neshaminy Creek. It is Neshaminy Creek J.A.W.N. J.A.W.N stands for Juicy Ale with Nugget. Neshaminy Creek is out of Croyton, Pennsylvania. That's where the brewery is. Croyton, Pennsylvania. Okay, so I already got it out into a glass. When I poured it, it poured a one-finger head. It's a dark golden color, bordering on amber. Looks very nice in the glass. It is a slightly hazy beer. Not quite completely clear, but almost clear. It's got a little bit of an off-white head. Okay, so J.A.W.N. It's 5.2% alcohol by volume. I can't find an IBU listing for this beer. I checked Beer Advocate and Rate Beer, but Beer Advocate gives it a 70. I'm sorry, Beer Advocate gives it an 88, and Rate Beer gives it a 73. So one gives it a pretty good, a very good score, and one just gives it a good score. So yeah. This is billed as an American Pale Ale. It's not an Indian Pale Ale. It's an American Pale Ale, according to them. But we shall see, won't we? Okay. So with that, I'm going to get a nose on it. Tropical fruit notes. Some pininess. Some resin and dankness, a little bit of citrus. Okay, doesn't smell too bad. Let's give it a shot. Cheers. Okay. It's got a good bitterness to it. Bitter in the front and a bitterness in the back also. Bitterness lingers on your tongue. Oh yeah, that's bitter beer. Okay, so what I'm primarily getting here is a resin and a dankness to this beer. It's got a grapefruit pith bitterness. It's not really my favorite hop profile. This is not the type of hop profile that I'm, most attracted to. But it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Mouthfeel. Pretty carbonated. Pretty much carbonated. Yeah, it's a very carbonated. I would say medium light mouthfeel. It's a little bit sticky. It's not exactly a clean. I wouldn't say it's a clean, crisp beer. It's a little bit stickier than that. What I'm getting a lot out of this beer is bitter. Bitter. Not that that's a horrible thing, but I'm not the type of person that subscribes to extreme bitterness. I'm not a major hophead in that sense. I'll go with double IPA, but it's got to be one of the lighter doubles. So, all right, let's give this another shot here. Yeah, it's got some citrus, some grapefruity citrus. It's got a little bit of tropical type fruits in here. But like I said, predominantly we have some resinous, dank resin. I got to tell you, it drinks more like an IPA than it does an American Pale. It's definitely got major IBA roots here. If I didn't know any different, and if it didn't say it on the can, I'd say it's an IPA. Anyway, I'm going to let this warm up a little bit. We're going to see if we can coax some more aromas and tastes out of this. And I'll be back with you in a little bit. Thank you. Okay, Tom J back with the King of Craft Beer Reviews. All right, we're going to be finishing up our review on the Neshaminy J.A.W.N. That's Juicy Ale with Nugget. It's an American Pale Ale. Okay, so let it warm up a bit more. You can't really, it hides its alcohol well, this beer, but to me, like I said, it's not my favorite hop profile. It's exceedingly bitter. It's bitter going in, it's bitter in the middle, and what you're left with is a pretty nagging bitterness on the end that does not go away. Even when you stop drinking it for 5 minutes, it's still bitter in your mouth. So for me, and you know, I'll go with a stronger bitterness, but it needs to have a taste, a flavor that matches the bitterness. It's not that this has a bad flavor, it's just, it's a little lacking in flavor, and there's a lot of bitterness and not that much flavor. So it's one of those beers that I look at, it's a basically kind of like a hop bomb with no real distinct flavors. It's got a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but all in all, the flavor gets overmatched by the overwhelming bitterness. So, with that, I am going to give this a rating. Let's finish up here. I'll take my last swig. Yeah, it's bitter. Ooh, okay. All right, so I'm ready to give you my rating here. Out of 1 out of 100, this ale really didn't do it for me. It's not really. Some people might love this. If you get a devout hophead who just loves the bitterness, then they would like this. But for me, I need some balance. To me, this was a little unbalanced. There wasn't enough flavor to match the massive hops that are in here. So with that, I'm going to give this one, I'll give this a 79 out of 100. 79 out of 100 for me. Okay, until next time, this is Tom J with the King of Craft Beer Reviews signing off. And as always, remember to drink responsibly.